ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Can repeat अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
अल्पाक्षरम्
अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
सारवद्विश्वतो मुखम्
सारवद्विश्वतोमुखम्
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः
सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः
ऐवन्
ऐवुन्न
ऋलक्
ऋलक्
एओङ्
एओङ्
ऐऔज्
ऐऔज्
हयवरड्
अयवरट्
लन्
लन्
न्यामगणनं
न्यमगणनम्
झभै
झभै
घढदश्
घढधश्
जबगडदश्
जबगडदश्
खफ छठथ छटतौ
कपचटतौ
कपै
कपै
शशसर्
शशसर्
हल्
हल्
इति माहेश्वराणि सूत्राणि
इति माहेश्वराणि सूत्राणि
कुहविसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः
कुहविसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः
इचुयशानां तालु
इचुयशानां तालु
ऋटुरशानाम् ऊर्ध्वा
ऋटुरशानां
ऋतुलसानां दन्ताः
लुतुलसानां दन्ताः
उपोपद्मानीयानाम् ओष्ठौ
उपपद्मानीयानाम् ओष्ठौ
यामाङ्गानानां नासिका च
न्यामगणनानां नासिका च
एदैतोः कण्ठतालु
एदैतोः कण्ठतालु
ओदौतोः कण्ठ ओष्ठम्
ऊदौतोः कण्ठ ओष्ठम्
अकारस्य दन्त ओष्ठम्
वकारस्य दन्त ओष्ठम्
जिह्वामूलीयस्य जिह्वामूल्यम्
जिह्वामूलीयस्य जिह्वामूल्यम्
नासिका अनुस्वारस्य
नासिका अनुस्वारस्य
रामो राजमनिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे
रामो
रामो
राजमणिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे
रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः
रामेणाभिहिता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर
quickly chant. Up to Adi Shabda we did. I think you have to practice. Now Marut Shabda, this also already been introduced. Important Shabda. Takarantah Pullingah Marut Shabdah.
तकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः मरुत्शब्दः
Marut Marutau Marutah
मरुतौ मरुतः
Marutam Marutau Marutah
मरुतं मरुतौ मरुतः
Maruta Marudbhyam Marudbih
मरुता मरुद्भ्यां मरुद्भिः
Marute Marudbhyam Marudbhyah
मरुते मरुद्भ्यां मरुद्भ्यः
Marutah Marudbhyam Marudbhyah
मरुतः मरुद्भ्यां मरुद्भ्यः
Marutah Marutoh Marutam
मरुतः मरुतोः मरुतां
Maruti Marutoh Marutsu
मरुति मरुतोः मरुत्सु
He Marut He Marutau He Marutah
हे मरुत् हे मरुतः
तकारन्तः अस्मत् शब्दः त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु समानरूपः
दकारान्तः अस्मत् शब्दः त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु समानरूपः
अहम् आवां वयम्
अहम् आवां वयम्
मां मा आवाम्नौ अस्मान्नः
आवाम्नौ अस्मान्नः
मया आवाभ्याम् अस्माभिः
मया आवाभ्याम् अस्माभिः
मह्यं मे आवाभ्याम्नौ अस्मभ्यं नः
मह्यं मे आवाभ्याम्नौ अस्मभ्यं नः
मत् आवाभ्याम् अस्मत्
मत् आवाभ्याम् मत्
मम मे आवयोः नौ अस्माकं नः
मम मे वयोः नः अस्माकं नः
मयि आवयोः अस्मासु
मयि आवयोः अस्मासु
तकारान्तः युष्मत् शब्दः त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु समानरूपः
दकारान्तः
युष्मत्शब्दः
षट्लिङ्गेषु
ऋषुलिङ्गेषु
समानरूपः
युवां यूयं
त्वं
यूयम्
त्वां त्वा युवां वां युष्मान् वः त्वया युवाभ्यां युष्माभिः तुभ्यं ते युवाभ्यां वां युष्मभ्यं वः
तुभ्यं ते
युष्मभ्यं वः
त्वत् युवाभ्यां युष्मत् तव ते युवयोगो वां युष्माकं वः त्वयि युवयोगो युष्मासु So this, please keep practicing chanting the shabdas every day. Commit whatever shabdas we have learned so far to memory. Then this I gave as homework. We'll quickly do this. Based on whatever shabda we have learned, you have to tell the vibhakti. Okay. So each one of you can do. Starting from Manjulaji. Can do
Yes,
five.
dear.
Five we can do, five shabda. Vidyalaya is Pratipadikam. Tritiya vibhakti ekavachana rupam Vidyalayena. So Samshaya would be Panchami vibhakti ekavachanam.
संशयेन
Panchami ekavachanam. 5-1.
संशयात्
Samshayat. Samshaya is Pullinga Shabda. So Samshayat. Okay. Next one.
दंशानना
Not Damshan.
दशानना दशानना also pullinga ekavachanam
Dashanana. Okay, so you can say Pullinga, but Anana, if it is alone is there, it is Napumsakalinga. But anyway, here it is Pullinga, referring to Ravana. So Dashana is Pullinga. Okay. 2-1 would be
dashananam
Dashananam.
dashananam.
It is Pullinga Dashanana. Napumsakalinga also same only. If it is Napumsakalinga, Ananam, Anane, Ananani, Ananam. Okay, next one.
Udadhi. Is it Hari Shabdavat Pullinga Ikaranta? Yeah, Guruji. Saptami is Harehe, Udadehe, Udadhehe.
7-2, you have to see what vibhakti given. Saptami, Dvi Vachanam.
Dvi Vachanam, yes. Harehe, Haribhyam, Udadhibhyam.
7-2, where is Haribhyam there?
Saptami is Harau, Haryoho, Udadyoho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next one.
Shambhu. Shambhu is Ukaranta. Shambhu.
8-3.
Saptami, Ashtami.
Sambodhana.
Sambodhana. Shambhu, Shambhu. Hari.
You have not done homework at all then. Okay.
Shambhu.
He Shambhavaha.
He Shambhavaha. Okay.
Next person, Tanujaji.
Hari Om. Namaste Guruji. Vipani 1-3. Hari. No, Vip, I don't. Vipani, 1-3 will be Vipani, Hari, 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 Harihi, Harau, Harayaha.
It's not Haro. Harihi, Hari.
Haraya, Haya, Hari, Hari,
Harihi, Hari.
Harayaha.
Harayaha.
Vipaniyaha, Vipanyaha.
Is it Vipanyaha? Vipanihi, Vipani, Vipanayaha.
Naya, okay. Vipanayaha.
First, you have to know Hari Shabda. That is why we are chanting every class. It's not only in the class. Every day you practice.
Yes.
Then only the Shabda will stay with you. Vipanayaha, Harihi, Hari, Harayaha. Not Haro. Haro is not there. Haro in Saptami only. Okay. Next one.
Yatindraha. It is the 6th. Yatindriya. Yatindrayam.
Yatindriyam. What Shabda is that?
Yatindraha.
Yatin.
Yatindraha, right?
Like what Shabda?
Ram Shabda. Ram Shabdavata.
There is no Ram Shabda.
Rama Shabda. Ramaha. Yeah.
So,
Akaranta Pulling.
what is Shashti Vibhakti Bhagavachanam of Rama Shabda?
Ramayoho.
Shashti
Oh,
Shashti Vibhakti Bhagavachanam.
Bahuvachan, Shashti or Rameshu, Ramayoho.
Ramayoho, it is not Bhagavachanam.
Oh yeah, Ramayoho and Ramesh, Ramanam, Ramanam, yeah.
Therefore, Yatindra will be
Yatindranam.
that is
Yatindranam.
what it is. Yatindranam.
Okay. And okay, thank you, Guruji. Vimala, 4th will be Vimala, Vimali, Vimalayaha. Give me 1 second. Ramayay. So it's going to be Vimalayay. 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 Vimalabhyaha.
Okay. It's correct. Continue.
Okay. Shani. Shani is Napus. Shanihi.
It is Pullinga only, not Napumsakalinga. Pullinga.
Hari. Okay. Shani.
Yes, Shani. Napumsakalinga we have not learned so far.
Oh.
So
Shani, yeah.
when you see the Shabda, when I ask you to do certain Vibhakti, immediately you should be able to do. That much practice must be there.
Okay.
How do you get that practice?
Okay.
Only when you read every day, chant the Shabda and remember the form, then only this will come. So thing is vocabulary and second is Shabda. It is very important. Then comes the grammar. Okay, vocabulary and this you have to do. I can only help chant in the class and make you chant. But you have to work on that.
Yes. Okay.
Next person, Kausalyaji.
Shankaraabhyam.
Yes, good.
Palandoho.
Yes.
Krishakaha. Vidyavinayana.
Yes, Vidya Vinayana. Next person, Lataji.
Madhumakshikabhyam. Nidhi. That Purusha Shakti hai. Tesham.
Next one is Glani.
Glani. Pullinga Shabda Guruji?
Yes.
Okay.
Napumsakalinga, do you know?
No, Guruji.
Pullinga only.
Okay.
Strilinga, you know?
Srilinga, no, Guruji. We don't know.
Okay. We'll learn that. Ikaranta. First, up to this Shabda should be clear. Then Srilinga, Napumsakalinga, we will learn. Okay. Now it is Pullinga.
Glanim,
Glanim, that's all. Okay. Next person. Anuradhaji. Next to 4.
Tad Shabdam.
Strilinga.
Seven. Srilinga. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, just a minute. 7, 3, right? Teshu. Tasu.
Tasu. Yes.
Tasu. Then Brihaspati is 1, 3. Brihaspatayaha.
Yeah.
Vana is Vanam. Vanau. 2, 2. Vanau.
Not Vana. Vana is Napumsakalinga.
Vane. Then Kupaha is like Ramaha. So it will be Kupe.
7-1.
7-1, like Ramaha Shabda, right, Charanji?
Yeah, Kupe. Yes. Kupe.
Kupe.
Yes. Kupe.
Yeah.
Right. Next person. Priyaji.
Yes. Tat Shabda, Strilinga, Tasyaha.
Tasyaha. Then the next one. Yes. Dasharati.
Dasharati, Pullinga. It will be Dasharate.
Like Hari Shabda. What is the Panchami of Hari?
Panchami of Hari. Hareho.
Hareho. It's a new one. Not the Shabda.
Harehe.
Harehe.
Harehe. Sorry. Harehe.
Therefore,
this will be Dasharatehe.
Dasharatehe. Okay, continue. You should not struggle so much. The
okay.
answer should come immediately. That's why I'm asking you to memorize Shabda from the beginning.
Yes. Samadhi. It will be same Hari Shabda, Pullinga. 3. Samabhyaha.
Samabhyaha. What happened to the?
3, 4.
It is Samabhyaha, then it is not Ikaranta anymore.
Samadhibhyaha. Sorry. Samadhibhyaha. Panasapala. Is it like Rama Shabda?
It is Napumsakalinga.
Oh, Napumsakalinga.
It's okay. Anyway, it's like Rama Shabda only, Tritiya Bhakti onwards.
Okay. Panasapale. Panasapale.
Yes.
And Mauli is
okay.
like.
Next person.
Okay.
But you have to practice. Practice is very poor. Rajeshwari ji.
Maulyoho.
Yes.
Vachan.
Not Vachan. First you have to correct this. Vachan, cutting the vowel. It is Vachana. The word is Vachana.
Vachana.
Not Vachan.
Sorry, Vachana. Vachanena.
Yes.
It's a pulling, Guruji.
Vachanam. You tell me Pullinga, Srilinga.
Yes, pulling.
How do you know it's Pullinga?
Vachanam. Vachanam.
Vachanam is Pullinga.
Yes.
Really? You are saying Vachanam and you are saying Pullinga. If it is Pullinga, how can it be Vachanam?
Like Vanaspati, like a phalam.
Phala is what Shabda? Pullinga.
No, Vanam. Sorry, like Vanam. Vanam is pulling.
Vanam is
Sorry, I'm
Pullinga.
Vanam, Vane, Vanani.
What about Palam? Palaha, Palav, Palaha.
No, Palam, Pale, Palani.
Both are same only. What linga is that? Both. Palam or Pala or Vana.
It's the same pulling.
Pullinga. You are saying Vanam Vane Vanani. Palam Pale Palani. Then what about Ramaha Ramahu Ramaha? Are they Napumsakalinga?
No, Ramaha, it's a pulling.
Then what about Palama, Pala and Vana?
Oh, yes. Pulling.
Again Pullinga.
Ramaha is pulling.
Rama is Pullinga. What about Vana and Pala?
Vanam is pulling. Sorry, Napusakling. Napunsakling.
Vana
Really,
is
sorry.
doing a lot of mistakes. I think it shows nobody has done homework. Very good. Okay, keep it up. What will I say? Vana is Napumsakalinga. Pala is Napumsakalinga. When you say Vanam, when you say Palam, and similarly you say Vachanam. You have heard the Vachanam many times. Where did you hear that? Hear that the word Vachana?
Yes, Vachanam is.
No,
Yes.
where did you hear that word Vachana? Many places you have heard in the class
Yes.
itself. Where? Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam,
Vachanam,
Bhagavachanam. That is in the year itself we are doing one. What is the denominator? 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. This 2, 3 and all.
Vachanam, Vachane, Vachanani, yes.
That is Napumsakalinga.
Napusanklinga, yes.
Napumsakalinga.
Napunsakalinga.
Lingaha, yes. Vachanena. How can it be Pullinga? Yes, when you say Vachanam, it cannot be Pullinga at all. It is Napumsakalinga, right?
Yes, it's in my like Napusanklinga, but sorry, still I was confused. I'm really sorry. I have to do more practice. Drupati, like Harihi. So, Drupati Bhyaha.
Nirpatibhyaha. Okay.
Vachaspati. So, Vachaspatayoho.
Vachas Patayoho.
Vachaspati is like a Hari Shabda, like. So,
Okay.
Vachaspatyoho. Vachaspatyoho.
Patyoho, not Patayoho.
Vachaspatyoho. Yes, third half. Patyoho. Like Hariyoho.
Yes. Next person. Surendraji. Surendraji, can unmute your mic. Okay. Next person then. Manjulaji, back to you.
Praveshika Akaranta Shabdavat Strilinga.
Saranji, sorry, I put it on, I didn't put it on mute.
Okay, you can wait. After she finish, you can do. Yes, continue, Manjulaji.
Saptami Praveshike Praveshikesu
Akaranta.
Ramasu.
Ramasu, but here it will become Praveshikeshu.
Praveshikasu.
Praveshikasu.
Pustaka Napunsakalinga Akaranta Napunsakalinga Shabdam. She's Pustaki.
8-3.
Pustake, Pustakeyo, Pustaka.
Yes.
Pustakeshu.
Pustake. 8-3. Really? Where is in Sambodhana Pratama here? Pustake.
Sorry, Sambodhana. Sorry, Guruji. He Pustakaha.
Pustakaha. Very good. What is Pustakaha? From where you got this shabda, pustakaha? I think we are, I don't know, we don't progress that.
Pustakam,
Shabda we
pustake,
have been doing for the.
pustakani. Sorry, Guruji.
There
He
is no word
pustakani.
pustaka at all. Pustakaha.
Pustakam, pustake, pustakani.
Hepala, hepale, hepalani. Pustakani.
Yes.
Bhagavachanam.
Yeah. Vishaya. Akaranta, Rama Shabdavat. No, Napunsakalinga. 5-1 and Panchami. Vishayat. Vishayat, Guruji.
Vishayat. 5 minutes. Vishayat.
Yeah, ji. Ankani. Ankani is Nadi Shabdavat, Guruji, is it?
Yes. You have to see Ankani ending with E. Therefore, Nadi Shabdavat.
Nadi Shabdavat. 2-1 is
Vishaya is Pullinga. Okay. I think you said Napumsakalinga. I didn't hear properly. Pullinga.
okay, ji. Pullinga. Ankani, Nadi Shabdavat. We don't know, Guruji, I think.
Nadi Shabdavat.
Nadi, Nadyoho,
Nadim. Nadi, Nadyo, Nadyaha. Nadim. Dvitya Bhakti Ekavachanam is Nadim.
Nadim.
Okay. Not okay. It's not okay actually. Okay, next person. Surendraji. You can read now. Surendraji.
Like Rama Shabdam, Ambiga Biha.
Ambika Byaha. Okay.
Ishvara.
Ishvara.
5-2. Ishvara Bhyam.
Okay.
Like
Yes.
Rama Shabda.
Rama Shabda. Continue. Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Vatayanaha 7-2 again. This
Vatayana. Not Vata.
Vatayana again like Rama Shabda 7-2 Vatayanahu.
Huh?
Vatayanahu. Vatayanahu.
Not in bits and pieces. Say it completely.
Vatayanayoho.
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 Vatayana is Napumsakalinga, not like Rama Shabda. Anyway, it's okay. Tritiya Bhakti onwards, same as Rama. Therefore, you can say Vatayanayoho. Okay, next one.
Like Parayana, it is also Napumsalingam.
Parayana is.
So, Parayanam. Parayanani.
It is Pullinga. Parayana is Pullinga. Parayana.
Parayanaha.
Parayanaha. Okay.
Sad.
It's okay. Next person now. Fine. See, this Ramayana, Uttarayana, all these are ending with the Shabda Ayana. Ayana is alone, is Ayanam Ayane, Ayanani. So Parayana, it depends on what it means. Parayana, if you take it as the Shabda, I think it must be, it is Napumsakalinga. Parayanani must be. Because Parayanam, as if you take it as a recitation or reading.
So it is not Pullinga, it's Napumsalinga.
Napumsakalinga. Parayanani. If you take it as a Napumsakalinga. Okay. The next one.
One question. What is the meaning of Vatayana? Vatayana.
Vatayana is window.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, tad pulling shabdah
Pullingaha. It is not pulling.
पुल्लिङ्गः तत् शब्दवत् तस्मात्
Yes.
तस्मात् सोपानः सोपानाय
That is 4-1. 4-2 is 4-2 is given.
भ्याम सोपानाभ्याम.
Yes.
Sharanji, it should be Tebhyah, right, Sharanji? 5-3.
What did you say? Tasmat. Okay. 5-3.
Oh, 3. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Tasmat tebhyah. I thank you. Yeah. It's pulling. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, yeah. It's bahuvachan. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Now Gita. Gita is Gite. Giteshu.
6-1.
Yes.
Ekavachanam.
Gitanam.
Ekavachanam, not Bhagavachanam. Don't look for Bhagavachanam. This is Ekavachanam.
Gitayaha.
Yes.
Gitayaha. And okay. And Pakashala, same. 7th one. Pakashalayam.
Yes. Pakashalayam. Okay, next person. Kausalya.
Thank you.
Tad Strilingaha Tasyaha 6-1. Dwaraihi. Is that Napumsakalingaha?
Dwara is Napumsakalinga. 3-2.
3-2 is Dwaraihi.
3-3 is Dwaraihi.
Okay. Dwarabhyam.
Dwarabhyam. Okay.
Then Adhyayana 1-2. Adhyayane. Adhyayane.
Yes. Okay. So with this exercise is over, but you have to practice Shabda. It's not up to the mark. You have to practice. Shabda is very important. Without Shabda, what with sentence we can understand. Shabda knowledge is important to understand what vibhakti, what karaka, to interpret a sentence. This Shabda is important. Okay, you have to do homework. The class we can chant, but you have to practice it. Daily, just Parayanam. Only few Shabdas. But I told you the technique to memorize also. Technique is simple, but certain forms are same. Bhyam, 3 places. Bhyaha, 2 places. You see the similarity between the Shabdas. First pulling a Shabda, you see. Similarly, reading a Shabda. Similarly, Napumsakalinga. So you can memorize like that. Once the vibhakti is given, once a Shabda is given, what vibhakti, what vachanam, that we must be able to immediately say. That is important. Okay, you please keep practicing. Now we'll continue with the Sandhi. What we saw in the last class, we'll continue that. So, the Visarga now followed by Kar letter. That is what we are seeing. Visarga followed by Kar letter. Up to the Visarga, the Visarga Jananam, some Padanta Sakara, Visarga Jananam, and Visarga undergoing change depending on the following Kar letter. Remember, the Visarga itself is born of Repa. You need to remember from the beginning, the whole history you need to remember. Padanta Sakara, at the end of the Padam becomes Ru is Repa. So Padanta Sakara becomes Repa. That's okay, you can say like that. Padanta Sakara becomes Repa. And Repa Now, the repa, what will happen to the repa at the avasana? Avasana means pause. What is avasana? We have seen. Avasana is pause. What is a pause? What is a pause?
Ending of the sentence.
Pause could be the ending of the sentence. That is one thing. Fine. That is danda will be there. Stop. But what is the meaning of pause? As
Ending of a
Padantam.
word.
pause means stop, stoppage. When there is a gap, pause means the gap in terms of, the absence of the letters, the akshara, the ucharanam of the akshara. That is called a pause. Between the two sentences, there is a pause, means you give a stoppage, you stop there, you pause there, and then read the next sentence. Then only the individual sentences, when you say, it is meaningful. When the over here, what you speak, you cannot speak continuously. You have to stop there, right? That's called stoppage, pause. That's called avasana. That is why end is called avasana. It need not be only the end of the sentence. Even in between the words in a sentence, there could be a pause. There is a boy living in a village. So between the two words, there is a pause. When storytelling, we do pause. The pause, by pause, you make the listeners also pay attention. So the pause is there. So here avasana is pause. Okay.
Saranji, what about comma comes?
Comma is not there in Saṃskṛtam.
Sanskrit, like that, that there is a change like that.
Comma is not there in Saṃskṛtam. Where is comma in Saṃskṛtam? In fact, in Saṃskṛtam, we don't.
When you split the sentence, that time it can come into between, that pause can come into between,
Comma is not there in Saṃskṛtam. No punctuation in Saṃskṛtam. Punctuations are there only in English. In Saṃskṛtam, we don't have punctuation. We don't have double quote. We don't have single quote. We don't have double quote. Nothing is there. Only danda is there. Danda is only to show the end of the sentence. That is only the end of the sentence, not in between. Okay, so that's called avasana. So avasana means pause. The pause could be at the end of the sentence. It must be, not could be, it must be. And between the words in a sentence, you pause. That depends on your.
How do you recognize the pause?
When there is a gap of more than half a matra, that is called a avasana. When there is more than half matra, that is called a pause.
Half matra, I didn't understand.
Half matra is half matra. What is a matra? First you have to understand. Then only you will understand what half matra is. What is matra?
Good.
What is matra? Anybody? What is a matra?
Time taken to pronounce one syllable.
That's called a matra. Rasva, dirgha, pluta, these are the matra. Time taken to pronounce a letter is called a matra. The unit of time taken to pronounce a letter. If it is 1 unit, is called rasva. If it is if there are 2 units, it's called dirgha. Then if it is more than 2, it is called pluta. Then the unit of time, if it is half matra, then it is called a pause. Is it clear, Surendraji?
Okay.
All these things have been talked about before.
I have matra, sound, sorry, I thought you.
Matra is not sound.
Matra.
Matra is not sound. What is sound and matra? There's no connection.
Time.
Matra is time.
Time.
That's why I'm saying if it is more than half matra, it is called a pause. Okay. So that's called matra, half matra. When there is more than half matra, that is called a pause. So that's why at the end of the sentence, this danda, the pause is required. You have to give at least half matra pause. You cannot just read the sentences like that. Otherwise, when the sentence is completed, the listeners cannot understand. So that is half matra. In between the letters in a sentence also, we give pause. If the pause is less than half matra, then only what will happen? Our rule will apply. What is the rule? This repa, which has come at the end of the padam, followed by the kar letter or avasana, right? Then it becomes visarga. It becomes visarga. Avasana is more than half matra, then becomes visarga. It means now it is a padam. The words in a sentence are nothing. They are individual words, right? They are padam. So every word is a padam, separate padam. Between the padam, if the pause is the pause, between the padam, it must be less than half matra. If it is more than half matra, then this change will happen. What will happen? The repa will become visarga. That is what we have seen. Kar letter follows. This repa at the end, repa will become visarga. Or repa when followed by avasana, the pause, which is more than half matra. It will become more than half matra. It will become visarga. That is what we saw. Okay. Now this visarga has come when followed by kar, that is one thing. Even when followed by other letters. Other letters means what? Followed by vowels or followed by nothing, that is called avasana, the danda, the end. If the avasana is, that is the time, is more than half matra, then it will become visarga. That is why in the beginning when we read like this: Ramaha gacchati, Ramaha khadati, Ramaha smarati. We say Ramaha smarati. There we did not apply the sandhi rule in the beginning when we learned the vakya, simple sentences when we studied. Ramaha smarati. Now when you do sandhi, then we say Ramas smarati. Where is the gap there? Is there any avasana there in between the two words? There are not. Ramas smarati. No.
No, there is
No, Ji.
What happened? There you applied the rule. Ramaha, that visarga itself, you have to understand, listen to me very carefully. Ramaha smarati, when you say that Ramaha, the visarga itself has come because of what? The visarga has come in the place of repa because of
Avasana.
Pause.
Avasana.
because of avasana, because there is a pause. Ramaha, then you say smarati. Here in this case, smarati, the kriya padam also begins with a kar letter, right? So both conditions, one is avasana is there and also followed by kar letter. One condition it's enough to convert the repa into visarga. Here both conditions are there. Therefore, Ramar will become Ramaha, and visarga has come in the place of repa and also followed by kar letter. Smarati, sakara is there at the beginning, kar letter. Therefore, Ramaha smarati. Now avasana is there, therefore Ramaha smarati. If avasana is not there, when you are going to do sandhi, there the avasana is not there, because when you say Ramasmarati, there is no gap between the two words, two separate individual words. There is no gap. That is called sandhi. That is called sandhi. Parasannikarsha samhitaya. Samhita, that samhita.
Sharanji, Padanda or Avasana, it will be go similar.
Padanta, Padanta means end of the padam.
Yeah.
At the end of the padam,
Can
not,
be treated as Avasana?
not. It can, for practical purpose, you can, so, but it has a difference. At the end of the padam, anyway, at the end of the padam, it will become it will become visarga, because not followed by anything. There's a pause. Therefore, visarga. That is how we have to understand. Okay. At the end of the padam, when we say not followed by any other thing, or followed by something with more time gap, then it will become visarga.
End of the padam, the end of the padam.
End of the padam, it has to become visarga. End of the padam, it will become visarga. Repa will become visarga only. Because
No,
you are saying end of the padam, nothing follows. Therefore, it becomes visarga. It is avasana only. Okay. So, in fact, I taught you like the end of the padam, what to make you understand. But the rule says the repa, what repa? Padanta repa, followed by kar, or at the avasana will become visarga. That is how it. Padanta re. In fact, it is the repa, the repa which is born in the place of padanta sakara. That sakara only you are talking about. Therefore, padanta repa we can take, even if it is not a padanta repa. Even if it is not a padanta repa, Surendra, your answer. Even if it is not a padanta repa, when it is followed by kar letter, the repa will become visarga when you apply the sandhi rule. Okay. So these things must be clear. Now, what I am saying is, this repa will become visarga at the avasana. I will say at the avasana means nothing that follows. It all follows, something follows, but with that time gap. No sandhi. That is what means avasana means no sandhi. You understand that way? Avasana means no sandhi. Therefore, Ramaha Smarati, you say no sandhi. When you are doing sandhi, then you have to take into consideration what follows. What follows? Kar letter follows. Next letter, immediate letter, what follows, you have to see. So, when the following letter is a kar letter or avasana, the repa will become visarga. Avasana, you leave it now, because avasana we have talked about it. Now we are interested in what follows, what preceding. So avasana topic is over. Now kar letter follows. So repa followed by kar letter immediately. Therefore, repa will become visarga. Right? We are talking about the sandhi. Avasana is over. So you have to know the demarcation. Sandhi, where the rules are applied. They are going to join the words, combine the words. Combining means they will not become one word. That remember, combining is only at the junction, there's a combination. Still, they remain as two individual words. Now, repa has become visarga, following by the kar letter. Up to this is clear. Is it clear?
Yes, Sharanji.
It's good.
All of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Ji.
This is not new, but anyway, clarify. Some people are still have doubts. So now this followed by kar letter is already over. The topic is over. Followed by kar letter. Within kar letter, what letter is? Then the visarga will come, and visarga will further undergo changes that we have seen in the form of shtutvam, and visarga replaced by jikhvamuliya, upadbhaniya, depending on what kar letter follows. Right? Now, visarga is there. Now, visarga is there, followed by ash letter. Ash letter is this vowels and soft consonants, and preceded by something. What will happen? That is a topic. That is a topic we are discussing. The first point is the first. I divided that into different possibility. First possibility is visarga preceded by a and followed by a. Visarga preceded by a and followed by a. So followed by a means up to this it must be a padam. Like for example, Ramaha. Ramaha, when you say visarga is there, preceded by what? A. Rama. Ramaha. That a is there. Ramaha. Okay. Ramaha. Atati. Rama moves around. Atati. The next word, following word, begins with the letter a. Atati. Ramaha. Atati. Between the two words, there is a sandhi. You understand what I'm saying? Between the two words, sandhi is going to happen. If you want, you can write this example here. Ramaha atati. Sandhi will happen. Now, visarga preceded by a and followed by a short vowel. Important. Only short vowel. Therefore, a is there. To understand this possibility, you can take this example. Ramaha atati. Here visarga preceded by a. Udaharanam, this is visarga preceded by a and followed by another word a. Now you see Ramaha atati. Ramaha is one padam, atati is another padam. If you give pause, visarga will be there. Here what was there? In the beginning, sakara was there. Now Ramas is a padam. Padanta sakara, what happened? It became repa. It became ru, ru became repa. Now this is a padam. So padanta repa will become visarga. You can say padanta repa, or this repa followed by what? Followed by avasana. There's a gap of more than half matra. Avasana. Avasana will become visarga. Or followed by kar letter will become visarga. Here, not kar letter follows. Here what follows is, here what follows? There is a,
Akara.
no. Here avasana.
Avasana,
Avasana
okay.
follows. Therefore, Ramaha. If kar letter follows, only visarga. Where is kar letter? If a follows, Ramar will become visarga. If avasana is not there.
No.
Avasana means gap. If gap is not there, repa is followed by a. Will it become visarga?
No, Ji.
Will not become visarga. Ramaha, when I say, you have to understand there is a pause. Ramaha atati, I say. So avasana is there, therefore Ramaha visarga is there. Therefore no sandhi. Because avasana is there, sandhi is not there. Avasana means pause. You are taking rest between the two words. Therefore no sandhi. Now to sandhi to happen, what will happen? Avasana should not be there. Avasana, the gap should not be there. That's what sandhi is. Sanidhyam, closeness, close proximity. Sandhi, right? Now that gap will not be there. Therefore, if gap avasana is not there, what will be here in the place of visarga?
Repa.
That was there before. The same thing will continue because now avasana is not there. Don't get confused because I'm giving a space. I'm giving a space for our understanding. But when you say there is no gap, understand? So Ramar atati. Can you say Ramar atati as sandhi? Because repa has to, it can become visarga only when it is followed by avasana. Here avasana is not there because you are going to do sandhi. And repa will become visarga when followed by kar letter. Here kar letter is also not there. Therefore, repa will remain as it is. In the context of sandhi, repa will remain as it is. Right? Therefore, what precedes a repa here? What is the letter preceding immediately repa?
Akara.
Avarna. Avarna, akara, short vowel precedes repa. And followed by what?
Akara.
Short vowel. In this sandhi context, this repa is there, right? The repa will undergo change. That is the first possibility. That is what I have written here. That is what I have written here. First, you have to understand what I have written. Here I have written visarga, but you have to understand in the context of sandhi, really speaking, it is not visarga. It is what it is. What it is? Repa. Because we are seeing from the visarga standpoint, therefore I say visarga. Visarga will come only at the avasana or followed by kar. When sandhi is there, there is no avasana. Here kar letter doesn't follow. Kar letter possibility already we have covered. Therefore, what is must be here is, even though I have written visarga, but you have to understand it is repa. This you have to understand very clearly. If this is not understood, there will be problem. Is it clear?
Yes,
All of you.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes,
Yes.
Ji.
Please try to understand what I'm saying. If this is not clear, subsequent thing will be completely unclear. If doubt is there, please clarify. Okay, so Even though I have written Visarga, it is Repa. Now, in the same way, here also, I give another example. Udaharanam, Ramaha Atati for the first possibility. Second possibility, Ramaha, the same Ramaha. The same Ramaha, I will say, Gayati. Here you can see Repa, that is in the place of Visarga, what was that? Repa, which is what it's going to change now. Right? Repa, please mute your mic, there's noise. Repa preceded by short vowel and followed by Gakara. Gakara, what letter Gakara is?
Kar letter.
Is that a kar letter? Is it a kar letter?
Hush, hush.
Hush, hush.
Hush,
A
hush.
soft consonant. It is a hush letter, not a kar letter. That's the second possibility. We are looking at the second possibility. Third letter of the class. How can it be kar letter? Right? This is second possibility. Now, in the first possibility, as well as in the second possibility, the Repa will be replaced by, in the Sandhi context, Ukara. Repa will be replaced by Ukara. The first possibility, as well as in the second possibility. Instead of making like this, that is, Repa, when preceded by Repa or Visarga, you can use both. Both are okay. Repa, when preceded by a and followed by a, then Repa will be replaced by U. Repa, when preceded by a and followed by soft consonant, it will be replaced by U. That is Sandhi rule. Is it clear? The first two.
Yes, Ji.
Yes.
Third possibility, you see. Repa, that sorry, here, third possibility. Visarga means Repa. Repa preceded by a and followed by ach. What is ach? Ach means vowels. The first possibility already has covered the short vowel. So it means this ach must not cover the short vowel. It means it includes all the vowels
Dirgha.
except it means starting from dirgha. A, e, u, r, l, a, I, o. All the letters are covered by ach. In this case, what will happen to the Visarga, the Repa, that will become Yakara. Yakara will come as Adesha in the place of this Repa. We are going to see a lot of examples. You'll understand. It becomes Yakara. Then, in this case, what will happen? Visarga or Repa, which will be called, preceded by A and followed by Ash. What will happen here also? That will be replaced by Yakara. That will be replaced by Yakara. So the four possibilities, is it clear?
Yes, Ji.
So
Yes,
first
Ji.
possibility, Repa will be replaced by U. That is, Repa preceded by A, followed by A. The second possibility, Repa preceded by A, followed by Hush, soft consonant, replaced by Ukara. The third possibility, Repa preceded by A and followed by Ach, excluding short A, because already covered. Other letters. Then Visarga will be replaced by Yakara. Then Visarga preceded by A, long vowel A, followed by Ash. Followed by Ash means vowels and consonants. Then the Repa will be replaced by Yakara. Only the four possibilities are there. Whatever it is not covered, that is a fifth one. In fact, that is not that we don't have to mention that. Whatever is not covered in that, what will happen to the Repa? What will happen to Repa if these four are not fulfilled? What will happen to repa?
Repa remains the same.
Repa remains the same. That is what it is I've written. If visarga is followed by ash and preceded by any letter other than mentioned above, then you have to consider repa in the place of visarga. Instead of visarga, I have introduced as repa itself from the beginning. Therefore, repa continues to be. Is it clear?
Yes, Chief.
Yes or no? Others?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
Chief.
Good.
Examples will understand better, Guruji.
Example. Okay. C and D examples will come. For this fifth condition, fifth is not a really a thing. Whatever is not covered, for that it is. For that example is, you can take same okay. Let me take another example. Not same. You can take Harihi.
One doubt, Guruji.
Hmm.
This instead it will be replaced by Ukara when it is followed that first example. Then will that will it take Guna and become O or something?
Exactly, it will become. We will see that later. Yes, you're right.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the next step. Yes. So Arihi Atati is there. Okay, that is the example for this fifth one. Here Arihi, that Arihi, the Visarga, in the place of Visarga, you have to understand Repa was there. Repa alone we are talking about. Preceded by what letter? E. Right? Is a E preceded by E? Is it covered in the fourth possibility?
No. No, no, Chief.
No, not there. So it is not covered. Therefore, what will happen to Repa? It will continues to be there. So Arihi, Arir Atati, it will become Arir. Repa plus A will become
Ra.
Ra. Arir Atati, that is a Sandhi. Harihi plus Atati. If you want, we'll write like this. That is Harihi plus means Sandhi. Okay. Harihi plus Atati will become Ariratati. Why? Here Repa preceded by E. That is not covered here any of the possibility. It means no change will happen. Therefore, what is the thing happening here? Repa plus I is just Melanam. That is not Sandhi. Repa plus A will become Ra. Ariratati. Okay, this is the fifth one. That is what I have written in a different way here. If Visarga, I'm using the word Visarga. If Visarga is followed by Ash and preceded by any letter other than what mentioned above, then you have to consider Repa in the place of Visarga. Not consider, in fact, Repa alone. From Repa only Visarga comes. Visarga itself is not there, then what is there? Repa. Therefore, nothing happens. Repa plus the following, whatever may be the letter, it joins with that. It's just a male letter, no Sandhi. Is it clear? All of you.
Yes, Chief.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Chief.
Yes.
If you have doubts, you can ask. What about the others? You can tell me. Is it clear? Because I'm going to give examples based
Yes,
on this.
clear. Yes, Chief, it's clear.
Yeah.
So,
Guruji, just
yes.
Guruji, one doubt, Guruji. So if it is followed by kar letter, what will happen, Guruji, in this last one?
Followed by kar letter. Go back to the kar sandhi. It will become.
So the Visarga Sandhi we have to apply.
Yes, sir. That is already covered. Yes, Visarga will apply. That rule is yes. That already you know that you apply that.
Okay.
Harihi khadati. What will happen? Harik khadati. Harihi smarati. Let us take Harihi smarati. What will happen?
Harismarati.
Harismarati.
Harihi smarati. Okay, let me write. Harihi smarati. Here, this vakya is no sandhi. Now, with the sandhi, if you do, sandhi means there is no avasana, there is no gap. Okay, there is no gap. So, visarga will come only when avasana is there, or when followed by kar letter. Followed by kar letter, then only visarga will come. Now, okay, following letter is kar letter. That is one thing. But here, since we are not, there is no avasana, you can take that to be arir. No avasana, therefore Harir Smarati. No avasana, therefore Harir Smarati. You have to understand step by step what I'm saying. Harir Smarati. No avasana, therefore Harir. But kar letter follows. Therefore, in the place of Visarga, in the place of Repa, Visarga can come. Harihi Smarati. Here also now Sandhi is only. Okay. Now, Visarga is followed by what letter? Kar letter. Therefore, in the place of Visarga, what will come? Sakara will come. Haris Smarati. And Sakara followed by Sakara. Therefore, Sakara doesn't undergo any change. No Shtuttam, no Shtuttam. Therefore, Haris Smarati. This is a sequence. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes,
Guruji.
Ji. Yes.
If you want, you can copy this. Harihi Smarati. That is it's a pause is there. So when you do Sandhi, it becomes Harir Smarati. And the Repa becomes Visarga because of the following kar letter. Because of the same following kar letter, Visarga is replaced by Sakara. Therefore, you get Harir Smarati. Okay. So anyway, this example, I leave it as it is. This maybe I
In
can
this
write.
example and all, no, Guruji, only when we are teaching, there need to be an avasana, no, like Harihi Smarati, when we are teaching that initial. Otherwise, it could be just without avasana, Haris Smarati, if it's part of.
Not teaching it is. When you speak, when you want to give pause, then only avasana. That is not what is that with the teaching here?
No, I mean, when we are telling Hari remember something, there need not be avasana in this
See,
case.
the sun,
Haris Smarati.
that is avasana. Giving avasana or not, it depends on the speaker.
Okay. All right.
It depends on the speaker. The speaker can say Haris Smarati. He wants to say quickly and then he doesn't want to have pause, it doesn't have time. Haris Smarati, you can say.
Okay,
or Harihi Smarati. Okay. Yes. Now let us see. I've given a lot of introduction, elaborate introduction. More than that is not required. This you have to work. If not clear, please listen to the recording. Listen again. Become clear. With more examples, become more unclear. Now Visarga followed and preceded by Repa. Visarga means you have to understand. Visarga, which has come in the place of Repa. That is how we have to understand. So, for practical purpose, I will say Visarga. When this no condition follows, I will say Repa. When none of the conditions follow, because that comes under on the fifth as though the fifth condition. Therefore, Repa. You understand? That I will say one step back, one step back. That is what I used to say. One step back means one step before Visarga came. What was that? Repa. So nothing happens. Just do Melanam. That is the fifth condition. Now, Visarga followed by a, preceded by a. Taking the example, Ramaha plus Api. Here, Visarga, that is Repa, preceded by a and followed by a. So, in that place, Ukara comes as Adesha. That is a rule. Then, Ukara, then here Akara plus Ukara. Guna, that is vowel sandhi will happen. Achsandhi. A plus O will become O. Therefore, Ramo, Api. Then Ramo is a Padam. Ramo is a Padam. Api is another Padam. Therefore, you can apply what rule? Purva Rupa Sandhi. O plus A will become Ramo, P. You get it. Another example, this also we have seen in the last class. Now let me go to the next one, next possibility. Visarga preceded by A and followed by soft consonant, hush. So what will happen? Ramaha plus Gachati, you can take this example. Here Visarga is Visarga or Repa. Anything is okay. If I say Repa followed by Avasana, it becomes Visarga. If Avasana is not there, what is there? It is Repa only. Okay. So preceded by A and followed by soft consonant, that in the place Ukara comes as Adesha. Therefore, Rama, here A is that. You can see Makara plus A. So A plus U will become O, Ramo, then Ramo Gacchati. Here, no, nothing happens after this. No other Sandhi, Ramo Gacchati. Okay, this is number 2. Then third one, Visarga followed by Ach. Visarga followed by Ach, preceded by A. Preceded by A. Here what will happen? Here Ach, as I said before, it excludes A. So therefore, for other letter other than Akara, Akara, etc. In that case, what will happen? This Visarga, otherwise you can say Repa, will be replaced by Yakara. Will be replaced by Yakara. So let
Suddenly
us,
we can write together, na Ramo Gachati, without break.
yes, you can write. Then the third one, we are looking at the third one. Example, this you can see Ramaha plus Agachati. Here Visarga is there, preceded by A, followed by Ach letter, other than Rasva Akara. A is there. Therefore, this Visarga, that is the Repa was what was there. In fact, Repa itself will not come. That's what I have been telling. Repa itself will not come because there is no Avasana, no Repa, there is no Kar letter, there is no Repa. So what is there is only Rep, there is no only Repa only, there is no Visarga. Okay, there is no Visarga because Visarga will come only in the place of Repa when followed by Avasana or Kar. Because we are going to do Sandhi, Avasana not there. And also Kar letter also doesn't follow. Therefore, what was there? Only Repa. Even though I have written Visarga, you have to understand like that. It is, in fact, it is Ramar Repa. Anyway, that is, if you understand Visarga also, it's okay, nothing wrong in that. So that will be replaced by what? Yakara. Now Ramai is Yakara. Sorry, Ramai, now Ramai is the word. Ramai is a padam ending with Yakara. You can simply join. Yakara plus A will become Ya. Ramaya Gachati. That you can do. Simple Melanam. So Ramaha plus Agachati becomes Ramaya Gachati. This is one possibility, one option. Another possibility, already we know, we have studied in Achandi. What is that? That Ramai, when you say Yakara is at the end of the Padam, right? What will happen to Padanta Yakara? Padanta Yakara, we have seen that.
Lopaha.
Remember?
Yeah, Lopaha Bhavati.
Lopaha Bhavati. By what rule? Padanta Yakara, we have seen that in Yechaha Ayavayavaha, if you remember. Ayavayava Sandhi. That we have seen. Padanta Yakara, Vakara, followed by Ash letter. Right? Followed. Remember, all of you.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Ji.
You have to remember
Yes, Ji.
Ayavayava Sandhi. Then only you will understand. That is option number 2. Now, Padanta Yakara, followed by Ash letter. Ash letter means other than A. That you always have to remember. What will happen to Yakara? That will become Lopaha. Therefore, Rama Gachati. You get this also you can write like this. Rama, then 2 avagraha you can put, then Gachati. This is Sandhi. 2 avagraha, 1 avagraha stands for 1 akara. Here A is there. So it means to show 2 avagraha means A is there. Rama, that is Ramaha Agachati. Here also, Surendraji asked, Ramo Gachati can be made, write it together. Yes, you can write Ramo Gachati. Ramo Gachati, you can write it. Here also, Rama Gachati, you can write. Or simply, you can write other way also. That is, without avagraha also, you can write. Without avagraha, like, it's already I have written here. Rama Agachati. Don't do further sandhi here. If you do further sandhi, what will happen? Yakara will come. Yakara will come and say, I am there. You cannot do. Lopaha means it is not available for your vision. It is not available for your hearing, but it is there. So don't try to do dirgha sandhi. A plus A become dirgha. No. Either you can write like this or you can write like this. Rama agachati, Rama gachati. When you read Rama gachati, we say, but here the shloka and chanting and all, we do like this. Rama gachati when we read, but is there. Ramaha agachati. Okay. So this is a third possibility. Third possibility where the sarga is preceded by short vowel a and followed by ash letter. So for that, sarga is replaced by yakara, and yakara lopaha happens optionally. Therefore, you have two forms. One is Ramaya Gachati for this example. Other one is Rama Gachati. And this is the form you will see generally in the text. You will not see yakara coming and being here. That you will not see generally in the text. So when you do Sandhi Vicheda, that will be like this. So for that you have to know the Shabda. What is Rama? See here, I can raise one doubt. It is Rama Gachati or Rame Gachati? You tell me. It is Ramaha Gachati will become Ramaha Agachati will become Ramaha Agachati. This is one. Also, Rame Agachati. What will happen here? Rame Agachati. Kimbavati.
Ramo agachati.
Ramo. How can be Ramo? Think an answer. Rame will become Ayadisandhi, becomes Ramai. Ramai Agachati. What will happen here again? Yakara will become
Lopa.
Lopa.
No?
Again you get Agachati. The form is same. So depending on the context, you have to split Sandhi. Whether it is Rame Agachati or Ramaha Agachati. Rame is Saptami Vibhakti, Ekavachanam. Ramaha is Pratama Vibhakti, Ekavachanam. In the sentence, depending on the context, you have to see. If Rama is a Karta, then Ramaha. If Rama is not the Karta, is a locus of action, then it becomes Rame. Okay. So for both Ramaha Agachati, Rame Agachati, the form is same. But you have to know what it is. Depending on the context, you have to split and understand. That depends purely on the contextual meaning. Is it clear?
Yes, Ji.
Think.
Yes.
This is not clear. Please think and do homework. We'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Dhanyavad. Hari Om Guruji.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
Dhanyawad.
धन्यवाद
Dhanyavad
गुरुजी.
Guruji. Hari Om.
Dhanyawad Guruji.
Dhanyawad.
Sharanji, when you wrote that Rama Agachati / then with the two with the Purva Rupa Sandhi, what is the name of that?
Avagraha.
Avagraha. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Dhanyawad.